Today we are going to discuss about the derivation of electric field due to a point charge, electric lines of force and their properties, electric dipole and dipole moment, the derivation of electric field at a point on the axis of a dipole, and the derivation of electric field at a point on the equatorial plane of a dipole. Now we will discuss about the derivation of electric field due to a point charge. Consider a test charge Q0 placed at a distance r from a point charge Q. Now the force between the charges Q and Q0 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q0 divided by r square whole into r cap, where r cap is the unit vector along the direction of force. According to the definition of electric field intensity, it is the force experienced by a unit positive charge when placed in an electric field. Therefore, in this case, electric field E is equal to F by Q naught. Therefore, electric field E vector is equal to K Q by R square whole into R cap, where K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. This is the expression of electric field due to a point charge. Now we are discussing about the electric field lines or electric lines of force. It is introduced by Michael Faraday to visualize electric and magnetic effect. Electric lines of force is a imaginary straight or curved line. If we put a unit positive charge on this line, then the charge will go along the line, that is in the direction of electric field. Clearly, the field line shows the direction of electric field. Here we are showing some figures of electric field lines. First one is for isolated positive charge, and in the right side it is for isolated negative charge. In the right side figure shows the electric field lines for two isolated positive charges separated by some distance. And the left side figure shows the electric field lines for two unlike charges separated by some distance. Now we are going to discuss some properties of electric field lines. Number 1, electric field lines starts from positive charge and ends at negative charge. For isolated charge, it ends at infinity or comes from infinity. Number 2, electric field lines never cross each other. Number 3, tangents drawn to the electric field lines gives the direction of electric field. Number 4, electric field lines never form closed loop. Number 5, electric field lines are continuous, straight or curved line. Number 6, electric field lines are always perpendicular to the surface of the conductor. Now we are discussing some important questions of electric field lines. Number 1, why electric field lines never cross each other? They never cross each other because tangents drawn to the electric field lines at the point of intersection gives two direction of electric field, which is not possible for a single point. Number 2, why electric field lines are perpendicular to the surface of the conductor? Because if they are not perpendicular to the surface of the conductor, then a tangential component of field tends to move the charge on the surface of the conductor, which is not possible. Number 3. Why electric field lines never form closed loop? If the field lines form closed loop, then electric field lines start from positive charge and ends at positive charge. But we know electric field lines start from positive charge and ends at negative charge. They will never come to the positive charge again. That's why electric field lines never form closed loop. Number 4. Why electric field lines are continuous, straight or curved line? If we put a unit positive charge on an electrostatic field, then it will experience continuous force in every wire in this electrostatic field. That's why electric field lines are continuous, straight or curved line. Now we are discussing about electric dipole and electric dipole moment. Electric dipole consists of two unlike charges of equal magnitude separated by a small distance. A molecule is polar if the center of positive charge and the center of negative charge of this molecule are not at the same place, then the molecule is polar. And if the center of positive charge and negative charge of the molecule are at the same place, then the molecule is non-polar. Now, the electric dipole moment. Electric dipole moment is the measure of the separation of positive and negative charges of a system, and it is defined as the product of either of its charges and the separation between the charges. Therefore, dipole moment P is equal to Q into 2A, where 2A is the separation between the charges. Now, electric dipole moment is a vector quantity, and the direction of electric dipole moment is from negative charge to positive charge. Now, we will derive the expression of electric field at a point on the axis of a dipole. Consider a dipole of charges plus q and minus q separated by a distance of 2a. We have to find electric field at point P, which is at a distance x from the center of the dipole. Consider a dipole of charges plus q and minus q separated by a distance 2a. Now, the electric field due to minus q charge at point P is E minus q vector is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by x plus a whole square r1 cap, where r cap is the unit vector along the direction of the field, that is towards left direction. Now, the electric field at point P due to plus q charge is E plus q vector is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by x minus a square into r2 cap, where r2 cap is the unit vector along the direction of the field, that is towards right direction. Now the net electric field E net vector is equal to E q vector plus E minus q vector. Here magnitude of E plus q is greater than the magnitude of E minus q, that is the resultant direction of electric field is along the direction of E plus q. When we add E minus q and E plus q, then it is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by x minus a whole square r2 cap plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by x plus a whole square r1 cap, where r1 cap is equal to minus r2 cap and the resultant direction is along r2 cap. Therefore, in the above equation, we replace r1 cap into minus r2 cap, and after calculation we get E net is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught whole into 4ax divided by x square minus s square whole square into r2 cap. If x is very greater than a, then a can be neglected. Therefore, net electric field is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 into q into 2a into x divided by x to the power 4 into r2 cap, which will give 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught p vector divided by x cube, where p is the dipole moment of the dipole. Here the direction of resultant electric field is along the direction of the dipole moment of this dipole. Now we are going to derive the expression for electric field at a point on the equatorial plane of a dipole. Consider a electric dipole of charges -q and +q separated by a distance 2a. We have to find electric field at an equatorial point P, which is at a distance r from the center of this dipole. Now the electric field at point P due to the -q charge is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by root over of r square plus s square whole square into r1 cap. It is along PA, where root over of r1 square plus s square is the distance between -q and the point P. Similarly, electric field at point P due to +q is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught qy root over of r square plus s square whole square into r2 cap, where r2 cap is the unit vector along the direction of the field. Now the electric field E minus q has two components. One is horizontal components, which is E minus q cos theta, and another is vertical component, which is E minus q sin theta. Also, electric field E plus q has two components. One is horizontal component, which is equal to EQ cos theta, and another is vertical component, which is EQ sin theta. From the calculation of EQ and E minus q, we see that magnitude of EQ and magnitude of E minus q is same. Consider they are equal to capital E. Here the vertical components, which are E minus q sin theta and EQ sin theta, are cancelled out because they are in opposite directions and having equal magnitude. Therefore, net electric field E net is equal to 2E cos theta, which is along BA direction. Now from figure, cos theta is equal to AY root over of r square plus s square. Therefore, E net is equal to 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by r square plus s square into the value of cos theta, which is AY root over of s square plus x square. And the direction of E net is along BA. Here, if smaller, that is the distance of P from the center of the dipole, is very greater than A, which is the half separation between the charges of the dipole, then E net is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q into 2a by x cube, which is along BA direction. Therefore, E net vector is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught p vector divided by x cube. Here negative sign is used because the direction of electric field is opposite to the direction of the dipole moment. From the expression of electric field at a point on the equatorial plane of a dipole and at a point on the axis of a dipole, we can say that the magnitude of electric field on the axis is equal to 2 into the magnitude of electric field at a point on the equatorial plane. Therefore, magnitude of E net axis is equal to 2 into the magnitude of E net equatorial. Note that the above equation is possible only when the distance of the point P from the center of the dipole is same for the both cases.